You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I've told you guys, do not expect Arch Manning to come out in the 2026 NFL Draft. It would just be so far away from the MO of the Mannings, who decided to ride out college as long as they could before they came out in the NFL, and just their sort of ideal mindset. It would be a shock if Arch came out after this season. And I guess things could change, but, you know, one of the teams that prepared for Arch Manning was the Cleveland Browns. That's part of that. We traded Travis Hunter, yada, 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 and acquired assets is so they could move up in the draft. Now, look, next year's draft class, full of good quarterbacks. All right? It's a lot like the Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., the 2024 draft, not this year's draft, the 2024 draft next year is going to be like it. You got Drew Aller, got Garrett Nussmeier, you may have Lenore Sellers, going to have Cade Klubnik. That's three, Cade Klubnik, Drew Aller, Garrett Nussmeier, and there's always going to be 2, 3, 4 more guys that are going to emerge. Sellers may or may not come out. All right. And which would set up another huge draft later because I don't know. He may be 1 year ahead of Arch right now. I'm not sure. But Archie Manning, that's right, legendary Saints quarterback, has come out and made some comments. And he's saying Arch is not coming out after this season. Arch Manning's grandfather warns NFL teams planning to tank for the Texas QB ahead of the 2026 draft. Archie Manning, Arch's grandfather and member of the New Orleans Saints Ring of Honor, is warning teams planning to tank for his grandson not to get their hopes up. Look, New Orleans would love that. This is their dream pick. The Saints would love to have Arch Manning after having Archie years ago. Quote, Arch isn't going to do that. Archie Manning told Texas Monthly this week of the possibility Arch declares early. Quote, he'll be at Texas. Archie Manning's opinion is a bit more direct than the one he gave in December 2024 when he said he, quote, hoped that his grandson would finish out his career with the Longhorns. So that's even been a move off of that. And that comes right after. And look, Manning's one of the betting favorites to be selected number one. It is right now. All right. And that's the big casinos covering their asses. Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam downplayed the popular narrative that the franchise has its eye on Manning last month. Haslam acknowledged his relationship with the Manning family as a Tennessee alumnus, but stopped short of speculating on rumors of his franchise plan next season. Well, he just come out and said, I don't think that's going to happen. Here it is, quote, I think if you know the Manning family, I would bet that, and I don't know Arch at all. I would bet he stays in college 2 years. That's my feeling. That's my feeling, too. Haslam said via ESPN, quote, I don't really think that it's worth discussing. So he thinks it's just not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen either. All right, I don't. So that leads us over here because the question is, would you throw in the Manning name, how many Heisman trophies can Arch win? All right. We know SEC mouthpiece right here, Paul Finebaum, is calling his shot already. Quote, you know what the answer is. It's Arch Manning, Finebaum said. Here's why. It's not because I'm in love with the guy. It's because he's going to win that first game on the biggest stage in the college football this year, and all of a sudden it's going to go from Arch Mania to it's going to transcend the sport of college football. We are headed towards a prepare yourself, because there's people that's already been talking. This is going to be Tim Tebow mania. This is going to be Tebow mania all over again with Arch. It's going to be absolutely insane. All the things are there. The athleticism. Look, he's a Manning that can run. Think there's not a superstar there? Look how the media treats running quarterbacks. He's a Manning on top of it. He's going to be a guard. He's going to walk into the NFL a bigger star than all but about 5 quarterbacks in the league. Into the NFL that way. I kid you not. That's going to happen. Manning will have no shortage of opportunities to prove himself as a Heisman contender. The season opener against defending champion Ohio State, on the road no less, is a major test, but far from the only one. There's also showdowns with the likes of Florida, Oklahoma, and Georgia. I can't help. I couldn't make it through that without smiling. This season cannot start fast enough. Seriously. Quote, he has so many other big moments throughout the season. The Heisman is often won by those moments, no doubt. It doesn't matter what the position is. It matters what kind of hype you get. So when he has other games in the season, like Georgia, and if he should win those games, he's going to move on to New York very effectively and easily. Last season, completed 67.8% of his passes for 939, 9 touches, 2 interceptions, while starting 2 games and appearing in 10. He only started in 2 games last season, folks. So, he's going to play this year, going to play next year. Then you're officially on Arch Manning watch after next year, I think. So we'll see from there. I mean, he could ride it all the way out. We know college quarterbacks can play 50 games now, basically. And, by the way, the guys that play 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 games, those guys are coming into the NFL and point blank having more success than these guys that are starting 17, 18, 20 games. Like I've said before, if I'm an NFL general manager and a guy hasn't played, 30 games, he's not going to be on my draft board. He's not. My God, look at Brock Purdy. He got a boatload of starts in college. Walked in, paired with the right coach, boom, hit the ground running. So, regardless of how good you think Purdy is, he's a top 15 quarterback and played pretty well even as a rookie. Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, ton of NFL starts. It matters. It really does. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.